Scene on BBC Radio London with Aurie Styla.
This is The Scene.
That is Be a Man by Skulldogs, who's in the building. Loving that one, sir. Vibes.
Thank you, bro.
Vibes.
Thank you.
Also in the building with me as well is Remy Williams. You still here?
Hi.
Hey, Remy, you all right?
Hey, I'm good.
And I've also got someone else who's in the building. We're going to talk. Hey, you all right?
Yeah, I'm good.
All right. Well, we cool?
Yes.
All right. This is, ladies and gentlemen, this is Akua, who gives us the updates on what's going on out and about. Now, I wanted to make sure everyone's still here as well, because we're going to talk with Akua, and we're also going to talk a topic at the end as well. And Akua, I'm going to bring you in on this one. Is that all right?
I guess.
There we go. Skulldogs, you cool?
Yeah, man.
Nice. I like that song, Be a Man.
Thank you, bro. I
And
really
we
appreciate
we
that.
played it. We talked about someone as well a minute ago who wasn't being a guy, being a man, just on social media. But we'll leave that.
We'll let that go.
That's hype and stuff of other people doing stuff in the States for bravado and that. And it's all about being a man. And do you know what? I feel like, I don't know if, because you don't know if you could say, but I'm just going to say anyway. If it is the case, congratulations, sir.
Appreciate that.
There
bro.
you go.
Thank you.
There you go. There you go.
I'm in trouble now. You know that.
I don't business. It's better you be in trouble, but it's all positive stuff.
Man,
Congratulations.
it's all
all right.
blessings. Thank you so much.
There we
brother.
go. Anyway, Akua, what's going on?
It was Oscars night last night. I'm tired. I've been up all night. Haven't slept yet. Oscar partying, watching the live stream and celebrating the biggest awards in the movie world.
Okay.
So, did you watch it?
The Oscars. I didn't watch it live. I caught clips.
It sounds like such a lie.
No, I caught clips. I caught clips.
I caught clips.
I caught clips.
So,
I didn't watch it live.
So it was a quite mixed bag of events. There was a lot of talk about its diversity. So overall, we had 14 women who won Oscars. We had about 4 people who are of ethnic minorities winning Oscars, and there was like a wide range of different narratives which have been celebrated.
Okay.
So I kick off with our queen, Regina King. She won Best Supporting Actress for her role in If Beale Street Could Talk. Have you guys seen the film?
I have not seen it, but big up Regina King.
I'm clapping anyway, though.
But I mean,
Used to love Regina. Had a crush on her.
So much love for her. though.
what did you have a crush on
I
her
had a
with?
crush on her when she was in Down to Earth.
Okay.
Don't ask me
Not
why.
Friday. Not Friday.
No, Friday. No.
Okay.
Down to Earth.
So,
I'm gonna
yeah.
say it right with Chris Rock there. Down to Earth.
Down
I
to
felt like I
Earth.
had a chance.
Bad boy film.
Yeah.
Really?
Did you say- yeah.
Yeah.
Down to Earth.
Well, she plays the mum in Barry Jenkins' wonderful Love Letter to Us, a story adapted from James Baldwin's book of the same name, set in 70s Harlem. So Regina's, it's been long overdue. She's a brilliant actress and she's our queen. So she was brilliant. And then on the back of that, however, If Beale Street Could Talk, I felt was missing one of the ones that was overlooked at the awards because Barry wasn't nominated for Best Director, which I think he should have been, and it wasn't nominated for Best Picture, which I think it should have been. It was, however, nominated for Best Adapted Screenplay, and he lost out to that as well.
Okay.
Even though he has won an Oscar, and obviously he had the controversy where his Moonlight won Best Picture after they mixed it up with La La Land, but that's another story. That was drama. But Green Book is the film that caused a bit of controversy because it won Best Picture and Mahershala Ali won Best Supporting Actor. Now, this is his second Oscar for winning Best Supporting Actor, which is
He's got 2
groundbreaking.
Oscars.
So he's alongside, was it Denzel Washington?
Yeah.
Black men who've got... Oh,
Way.
wow.
We could pretend like we didn't hear a
alarms
phone ring.
It wasn't just an alarm.
Skulldogs.
going. So, yeah, I mean...
Carry on.
Green Book is controversial because, we have a narrative about a black man called Dr. Donald Shirley, a famous pianist who was famous in the 60s, and he basically wanted to embark on a tour of the South of America, deep South of America, not South America. And it was a troublesome, dangerous time for black folks back then, so he enlisted the help of a guy called Tony, an Italian-American guy. And in the narrative, it's showing how these two relationship evolved over this journey. However, people have criticised it for being a bit of a white saviour film, and that means it kind of hung the story around the white guy when the story is mostly supposed to be like Dr. Shirley, and the family actually came out. His family actually said, look, this is not how the narrative went. However, the son of Tony said he's the one who co-wrote the story and said, look, this is the story that I got from my dad and this is what I wanted to tell. There's been all sorts of controversy, and what are you going to say?
Tony was the driver, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Tony
So
the Lip.
The
What's his nickname?
son of the driver kind of co-wrote the story.
In real life, so I'm trying to get my notes together. I've got so
Okay.
much notes. So his son is a person who co-wrote the film.
Okay.
And he's saying he based the film on interviews with his dad, but but also he didn't speak to Dr. Shirley's family to get any corroboration, authorization.
Yeah,
There's a little
that's-
bit of sticky stuff going on here. So, and I didn't think it was the best film to win. I think, personally, there were stronger films that could have won.
Which ones?
Okay, so obviously we had Black Panther. I don't, honestly, as much as I love Black Panther, I understand why it didn't necessarily win the big gong, but I think it was a way for the Oscars to be more inclusive and be more representative of commercial films.
Okay.
So that and Bohemian Rhapsody, those are the two that are a bit outsiders that were in for Best Picture.
Yeah.
But I personally love The Favourite and Black Klansman.
Black Klansman was a good film.
It's a good film. I don't think it's a film for us.
I don't think it was.
It's a film speaking to other people to empathise with the black narrative.
Yeah.
We always trying to tell our stories and try to get people to understand what it means to suffer police brutality and all that type of stuff. However, I think he kind of spiked the number on us. He's clever like that. And he positioned Adam Driver actually as the guy that you empathise with.
Yeah, no, it's true though.
And it's a little bit of a tricky one there, but it's a great film for what he wanted to do. He's campaigning to get people to vote properly in 2020.
Yeah.
And obviously he won Best Adapted Screenplay, which was a great, because it's his first Oscar, considering the fact that he's been 30 years in the game. And he's
crazy.
Do the right thing, Malcolm X, When the Levees Broke, Crooklyn, so many films that he's got under his belt, and it's only now that he's getting a proper Oscar.
Yeah.
However, I think he's still missing Best Director. He needs a Best Director one.
For what though? For what would you give Best Director for?
I would have given it for Malcolm X, would have given it for Do the Right Thing.
I
would
think
have
Malcolm X.
When the Levees Broke, I would have given it for Crooklyn. I'm biased though.
I was
however.
thinking Crooklyn.
Yeah, Crooklyn's like a serious film.
Come on.
And meanwhile, Remy Williams has no idea about the films we're talking about.
No.
Remy, don't worry. I just realised she's looking at me like, oh my gosh. Don't worry, I'll school you. Don't worry.
Malcolm? Who's Malcolm?
Crooklyn stuck in my mind, swinging the cat around.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying?
Crooklyn is a brilliant family film.
Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, Spike Lee is he's a storyteller. He's got
Yeah.
a signature style. Not many directors have a signature style they can say identify his stuff with. And he's put that in Black Klansman, but it's not a film for us, that's in my personal opinion. Another great win was Olivia Colman. She starred in The Favourite. The film's so good. It's a period drama, but it's got three women's centre, at the front and centre. Olivia leads the cast alongside Rachel Weisz and Emma Stone, who are both nominated for Best Supporting Actress. But Olivia won Best Actress, and she beat out The Favourite, Glenn Close, who was up for The Wife. Glenn Close is a legend as well in Hollywood, and she is due an Oscar win, but I think Olivia really was the favourite. The favourite, ironically.
The favourite, yeah, okay.
And her speech was so funny, and she was just so typically British about it, and she was like, oh, very nervous. It was really, really fun. And what else am I going to get? I think roughly that's about it. I think there's a lot of diversity. What? Have I forgotten something? Have I?
Best animated series. Best animated. Can we just stop
I'm
for a
tired,
second?
I'm sorry.
Best
animated
film feature.
Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Can I just and Spider-Man? You
Go
can
on,
see
talk.
this.
Let me let you talk about this.
All right.
Go on.
Can I just say, I'm going to
geek
talk.
out, Aurie.
Spider-Man is, you can see this on BBC Sounds app or even on iPlayer. My favourite superhero, and I did a BBC thing about it as well. Spider-Man is an absolute Jew. And this one was, the narrative of this one is that rather than it just being the typical Peter Parker Spider-Man we see different universes of Spider-Man or Spider-Women come together, or Spider-Pigs come together. And yeah,
it's incredible.
But the thing is the animation was really on point. It was really good. It was so much action and animation in there, and the characters were so much more relatable. That's the thing that I've heard from many other people. It's a great film.
I started watching. I haven't finished it, but you liked it.
Same thing. I haven't finished it, but
Yeah.
I'm a massive comic fan, so I know the Spider-Verse stories and stuff like that, and I follow the Miles Morales story as it is in the comics, and as it's been we had to protest to get Miles Morales.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
We had
So
to fight.
We actually had to fight. You know what I mean? So that it means that a massive amount to a lot of people.
Rem,
want an Oscar.
Spider-Man he's a superhero, right?
I know who he is.
Oh,
I know who he is, but do you know what it is? I'm not really into anime that much. So.
We can change that.
Can we get rid of Remy, please? Can we get rid of
Don't leave her. People have to be schooled and educated. And listen, I'm overlooking a big thing. We talked about Black Panther, but I forgot that even though it didn't win Best Picture, it made history. Listen to me now. Ruthie Carter is the first black woman to win Best Costume Design, and she was a costume designer for Black Panther. All those regal outfits. So she did her research, went to Africa, got all her fabrics, and I mean, she started doing her work. She started working with Spike Lee. So in her acceptance speech, she actually thanked Spike Lee for giving her a break. She's worked on a couple of his films, and she worked on Selma, Did the Right Thing, all these type of things. So this was a very worthy win. Also, another history-making award for Black Panther is Hannah Beachler, who won alongside Jay Hart. And they picked up Best Production Design for Black Panther again. And again, it won Best original score. Ludwig Göransson won that. But it's like, I think Ruth and Hannah have become the third second and third black women to ever win an Oscar outside of the usual categories.
Hey,
so
come
it's
on.
history making, and it was history making the fact that it's the first superhero movie to be nominated in that category. So Black Panther, even though it didn't win overall, it literally is the hands down best film ever.
But come on, it's leading the way with the Marvel films. I think only really with Infinity Wars for me is the only film that's up there. Black Panther.
Come on, let's break it down. Come on.
Because we disagree on a couple things as well. Dead or Alive, greatest game ever. Fighting game ever.
What game is?
Dead or Alive 5 and 6.
Dead or Alive 5 and 6.
Yeah, I know you don't like it. We did this over Insta.
Aurie, what are you going to say? Let's get into it quickly. I've got one more thing to talk about.
No. I feel like it's a great film. It's probably top 5 or maybe top 6. Top 7 of the 20.
That means you're putting it like top.
That's like the bottom.
6.
No. There's 22.
No, but if you're saying top 7, that means it's at 7 or 6. This is what you're saying on air, that Black Panther is like a 6 out of 10 film.
I feel like it's an amazing film. However, you're right. Infinity War was absolutely amazing.
Yes.
Captain America Civil War was absolutely amazing.
I'll give you that. Give you that.
Panther was in Civil War.
Can you just pause?
Okay.
I think that's why I didn't.
Hold on.
The same.
People don't want to give credit to this, even though they know how amazing it was. Guardians of the Galaxy 1,
That was fun.
absolutely
That was
amazing.
brilliant. Yeah.
Right?
I agree.
Let's
That
talk
was
about
fun.
films.
Was it better than Black Panther?
What, Guardians of the Galaxy 1?
No.
I think they're levels.
I'll give you that.
I think they're levels.
Visually, script-wise, yeah.
Before you guys get totally geeky, can I just finish my
go ahead.
please? And then Roma, by the way, by Alfonso Cuarón. The film is about Cleo, a domestic worker, a Mexican domestic worker who help out her employees to manage their family, and she's dealing with her own personal stuff. It's set in 1970s Mexico City, shot in black and white, beautifully shot.
Yeah.
It's a Netflix film, but it did get a cinema run. It's one of those things you've got to see on the big screen. It won Best Cinematography, Best Foreign Language Film, and Best Director, which is his second win, and he was the first Mexican to win Best Director for Gravity in 2014.
Come on.
And that's my Oscars roundup. It's been a great awards season. I'm tired. I'll go to bed.
No, you don't know where you're going. We still got 10 minutes of the show, so you're staying right there.
I'm done, man.
No.
That director went home with a bag of trophies that night, man. He was doing well.
Man. I think I deserve an Oscar just for staying up and like.
Yeah, well, it doesn't work that way. Sorry.
Participation Oscar.
Yeah, well, that's what you think. We're going to go to a track right now. Play some music. Someone that you know, actually, you just spoke about not too long ago. And we're going to talk a little bit after and in the last 10 minutes. But hey, you know what? Let's play this track. This is Miss Banks.
Yeah.
Come True.
Yeah.